My name is Sia Ricco, and I live in Costa Rica. I have commute back and forth, but most of the time I am in Costa Rica, where I have a retreat center, and you're all welcome to come there and retreat with me at some point. I'm a body-centered psychotherapist. Body-centered psychotherapy is based on the principle that feelings live in your body. And the body has its own inner wisdom, which today we're going to practice tapping into, because a lot of what we're doing today is practicing getting out of the head and getting down into a deeper place. And the body can be a gateway to that. It can lead us into that appreciation. So all of those things will come to bear, as well as I've had over 30 years as a student and practitioner of Tibetan Buddhism. I don't teach Tibetan Buddhism. I don't specifically teach Tibetan Buddhist meditation. I may allude to it, I may talk about it, and talk about things that I've gained and gotten from Buddhism. However, my interest is in the fact that each individual mind is unique, and each of you are differently minded. So for each of you, there's a way of being present, a way of being with your mind that's going to serve you best. And I encourage you to discover that for yourself. And what I like to do, what I enjoy doing, is helping you to find meditation techniques, ways of calming, ways of coming present that are best for the way your mind works. Attention is also, we talked about wisdom being different than knowledge. Wisdom is not a product of thought. So what's the difference between knowledge and wisdom? Knowledge is something where I say we're living from our neck up. We're in our head, what I refer to as being stuck in our head. And a lot of what we're going to talk about today is how to get out of your head and into, I use the expression the body, whether you want to call it body, spirit, soul, emotions, feeling place, heart space, whatever you want to call it. It's very interesting to me to think of it as coming downstairs. You know, we're up in the attic so much, and our culture tends to support living up in the attic, and we want to come downstairs to where we really live, to where our feelings dwell. And attention helps us to do that. So wisdom is not a product of thought. The deep knowing that is wisdom arises through the simple act of giving someone or something your full attention. Now that someone or something can be you, can be your own feelings. And that's really what meditation is. Meditation is really turning that attention. I like to think of it as though you had a searchlight that's going out, and you turn that searchlight and you bring it right on into yourself. You shine that light into yourself, and that illuminates whatever it is. That brings our attention and awareness without thought, because attention does not have to involve thought. If you're listening to me speak and you're analyzing it and you're going, oh, I have to remember that. Well, if you want to remember it, write it down, but don't analyze it. You know, just be present. Let it come in. Even if it goes in one ear and out the other, trust that whatever you need from it is taking place within yourself by the act of your attention. Attention is primordial intelligence, consciousness itself. It dissolves the barriers created by conceptual thought. And with this comes the recognition that nothing exists in and by itself. It joins the perceiver and the perceived in a unifying field of awareness. So if you're sitting here and looking at me, I'm the perceived, you're the perceiver. We're not separate. Right now in this moment, as you're sitting here, we're not separate. And the more you come fully present, just in silence, internal silence, the less separate we are. It's only our thoughts that keep us separate, nothing else, right? So if you, in your attention, in your presence, in your awareness, you drop those thoughts, there is no separation between us. It is the healer of separation. I didn't even see that line. Yes, it is the heal. Attention is the healer of separation.